So, Maria, what do you think of the Cyborg Tinkerer?
Thanks, I hate it. Will, what do you think about the Cyborg Tinkerer?
I like it better than Children of Blood and Bone.
Oh my god! Why would you verbalize that?
That is hidden in your soul and never tell anyone.
Fairy Tale Part to me was even more perfunctory because it is so perfunctory. It's like, oh, he likes a rose, and then the other one is called Aurora, and then at the end she changes her name to Aurora. Oh god! One of the promotional images on the.
I know, that's what I was gonna. You need to put it in there. You need to put it in there.
I will flash it across the screen so you can see her brilliant marketing.
It's so bad.
What if Belle, main character, has nothing to do with Belle at all?
Belle's in love with the Beast and Sleeping Beauty, but what if she doesn't have to choose?
Everybody was wondering that. Like, you know, we didn't know for sure, and now we're glad we don't have to make the choice.
Yes, ages-long issue we've all had thinking about these story tales.
The first thing I told Maria when I read the first 20 pages is I called her and I said, wow, is this author, like, really horny?
She's not getting laid?
It's a middle school boy kind of horny, where, like, the main character, who is bi, right? Awesome representation, great, whatever, people, whatever. We'll talk about the diversity stuff later. But she is constantly talking about other women's asses and boobs.
Yes.
And, like, I'm going to reveal something to you guys. I am a straight man.
No way! Will! Oh my god! Will, why didn't you ever open up to us and tell us?
I didn't know.
I'm also cis, so I was being afraid of being judged.
Your life is so hard.
Thank you. It's good that I'm in a safe place here. I enjoy the female physique in a crass way. Maria knows far too much about my interest in specifically the décollage of women.
Décolletage, but yes.
Décolletage. It is endlessly annoying to her and inexplicable. I think the way I described it is that there is an inherent power in the shape of them, like a Celtic rune, where just the shape of it is, or it's like the golden
too much.
mean.
We're spending.
My point is, this book should appeal to me. It does not. It is so juvenile that I am now off. I'm not into those stuff anymore. It is so juvenile and middle grade, the way she describes everything. It genuinely feels like an alien was like, oh, okay, this is how humans discuss sexuality.
For another perspective, I have dabbled in the arts of
sapphic love.
Vagine.
I would say Katie is a pansexual.
And so what little could entice me did not. I'm going to go so far as to say this book really grossed me out.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah, it does. And the thing is, it is constant. We're not even going to talk about it at every point, but it is constantly like, oh, she was hot, or oh, his dick twitched, which we're going to talk. I don't like that description ever. Okay?
I know.
As someone with the correct equipment, that is not how I would characterize it, but we'll.
I mean, listen, there are times where it doth indeed.
It doth.
Maria, how would you know?
How would she know? Oh my god.
Do you have firsthand experience in this?
You never get a moment of Gwen, like, you don't get the moment of Gwen waking up as a cyborg. The next time you see Gwen is from another character's point of view who sees her, who literally looks at her and goes, oh my god, she's so hot, this is the most turned on I've been in years.
Instantly, she felt wetness between her legs.
Katie is not paraphrasing. That happens.
Never have I just looked at someone and been like, pow. Now, sometimes I look at my boyfriend. Hi, Logan. Not that you ever watch any of our videos, it's fine. In those moments, but there's built up.
It genuinely feels like this was written by a middle school boy who was like,
doesn't understand.
I pop a boner, women must do that too.
Yes. No, listen to this. When she first meets Gwen, Rora thinks to herself that she can't speak, and it's as if she swallowed some nut butter. Nut butter. She literally says nut butter. As in,
her metaphorical descriptions, again, her heart was heavy as a large woman's breasts, tits, like, and then it was as if she swallowed nut butter. It's like you gave an AI or an alien some description.
vague descriptions of everything in the world, and they were like, all right, we're matching these two things because they have synonymous meanings in certain ways. Yeah, that's hilarious. And that's a lot of the writing.
So as soon as I read that, it completely, of course, ruined, just like many of these things happen in this book, ruined the scene for me. I was like, nut butter, as in like Meg Latour is so horny that she's thinking about nut butter. That's what I wrote.
It's an unconscious Freudian slip.
Yes. Look, this is what I wrote. Will it show?
There. What the heck? How was a physical? Oh wait, no, I get why there's she's
Jizz.
Bastion tells her about his harrowed past. What it was is that his family was very wealthy and like kind of ruled this one world, and they were
What are you
smugglers.
laughing about?
I was just remembering how stupid
It's
this
so
movie is.
stupid.
I know. It's really, really lame.
They were-
He seems like such a lame character after. Like, he had potential, and then it just was like...
Well, and then the way she reacts to it.
Yeah,
but we
it's
get there.
hysterical. The entire time he has mentioned that he has way more memories than he'd like, and he'd like them to go away. And she's like, why? And he's like, I have a past I'd like to forget. I was not a good man, Gwendolyn. I would like to be a better one, and I can't be that until I forget everything, because that's how you improve yourself. And you find out his family was like this big time smuggling like dynasty, and he never wanted, like, he did his own things. He never wanted to be part of that, but he was also really, really big, and finds out he's dying because he's very overweight. And he's having health problems, that like heart troubles that ran in his family, but due to his excessive weight were even worse. So he was dying, and his father wouldn't, because he wouldn't help with anything, wouldn't give him any money to have the surgery. And so his father's like, I'll do it if you do this job for me. And it was like to ship weapons. And she was like, you are a smuggler?
Oh, no.
You provided weapons to bad people?
Oh, my.
15 years, over 20 years ago? And
My fragile heart can't take
my
this
trust
horror.
is broken.
I see you differently now.
Even though he's been like, I was a bad man and I've been trying for the past 15 years to make myself better and forget, and like, I have not done any of those things for the past 15 years.
It's smuggling. It's such a lame
And she
crime.
literally was like, I'm done. And she like fucks off, and he's like, Gwen, I need to talk. And he keeps trying to talk to her. And then she won't.
And finally, after heavy petting, she's like, maybe I should leave. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even care about Rora, but poor Rora, Jesus Christ.
Because like Bastion and Gwen have their reconciliation scene, because again, they haven't reconciled from the previous fight yet. So they reconcile, and she's like, I love you. And then they do what Katie just described, which is like intense makeout scene. And then Gwen, Rora's like, I guess I'm just going to leave, guys. And Gwen stops, and she's like, no, Rora, I also love you, and I'd like to be with both of you.
I need both of you in my life.
And I can't imagine not being with either of you, and I hope that's okay. And, like, Rora's like, yeah, that's absolutely fucking okay. And Bastion's like, who, again, has described himself before as, like, possessive, he likes his one person. He's like, yes, that is amenable, provided that, you know, our bed is mainly just the two of us when we're in it. Sometimes, you know, Rora can be present, but I'd prefer it for the most of the time it's just the two of us when we're there. But I agree to share you. And then Rora's like, for the record, I will be in your two's bed whenever you'd like.
Yeah, it was really horny.
Rora's never described as being into Bastion, thinking, she doesn't even think like, wow, he's attractive. If only he wasn't such a prig.
They have like never interacted in the book. They've interacted like 3 times or like had a conversation. We've been in Rora's point of view. She never thinks about Bastion like, man, he's so uptight. But
she gets vaguely jealous of him when she realizes Rora and Gwen and Bastion are developing a thing, but that's it. So this comes out of fucking nowhere.
And then, you know what else comes out of fucking nowhere? Big Dick Daddy Bastion.
Yeah, because
he's slinging.
At this point, she says, and I quote, I want to fuck both of you right fucking now.
Oh my, just like that, same intonation.
Maria kept sending me like messages of exactly quoting it, and it's hilarious.
It's so bad because she's like, and they're like, are you okay? You're kind of injured. And she's like, no, it has to be right now. And then Rora goes to, like, they have to go lock the door, do stuff. And she's like, good, go do that, but don't come back till you're naked. And then she's like, you, Bastion, I want you to fuck me. And then she points at Rora, I want you to sit on my face. And this is how these characters, who, again, mainly Bastion and Gwen, have been developing a romance. The first time they do anything explicitly sexual is in a threesome setting where I think he goes down on her first. I don't know. Like, he fingers her.
All I remember is that the sex was like, it literally was described as ball slapping.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
it's not great. And
how tasteless.
It really is not great. Oh, I can't imagine the first time I ever have sex with anyone. Like, never mind two people, it being like that. It's just, especially like coming off of, it's not soft.
Yeah, between the two of them. So, for example, the one that I mentioned earlier, she needed to figure out how to keep Gwen wrapped around her finger as well as her pussy. Like, originally when we got Gwen's perspective, I know,
So
it
bad.
really, like, I told my boyfriend that, and he choked on the beer he was drinking. Also, why say, well, there's so many other ways than pussy.